Hey, how's it going guys? This is Mira here, and in today's video we're going to be learning how to build this two-story medieval house. Now it may seem a little bit complicated and hard to build, but if you just follow this step-by-step tutorial, it'll be really simple to get this build done. So without wasting any time at all, let's get straight into the first steps. So make sure to grab these resources before you start. And then we're going to go ahead and lay out the foundations for a structure just like so. So the first thing we're going to do is build the oak log foundations for the house, which go up 5 blocks from the ground. After this, we're going to build the cross beams to finish the first floor foundations. After this, we're going to use a mixture of stone and cracked stone brick to build the first layer of the walls. Now after we've done this, we're going to fill in the rest of the sections of the wall, just like I am here, with cobblestone. After we're done with this, make sure to fill in each of the top of the gaps with cobblestone stairs. Okay, so now I'm going to go around and randomly place andesite into the walls to make it look more weathered. But if this step is a bit of a struggle, then you can just skip it, it's optional. Alright guys, now that we're done with that, we're going to go around with some stained glass and fill in each of the lower floor window gaps. Alright, now I'm going to put some oak cross beams underneath the doorways, and then we're going to fill it in with some spruce doors. Now I'll go into first person to show you how we're going to put the doors in. You want to be facing outside of the building when you place them. Alright guys, now that we're done with that, we're going to get some oak log and place them on each of the corners of the build, facing outwards. Then we're going to grab some spruce wood stairs and put them underneath each one of these supporting beams. Now still using our spruce wood stairs, we're going to fill in all the gaps between the logs. Right, now we're going to grab some cobblestone walls and place them at the bottom of each of the foundations. And don't forget to build that little wall section, because that's where the farm is going to be. Alright, great. Now let's finish off the beams by filling them in with spruce wood fences. Okay, so now we're going to go in and build our little farm. And we're going to put the water underneath the wall so as to try and leave as much space for farmland in a little section because we don't really have that much room. And you can really use any crops you want. I'm just going to use some seeds to make some wheat. Okay, so now we're going to get started on the second floor, and we're just going to build the foundations up by 5 blocks again, just like we did with the first floor. Now just to add a little more detail, we're going to get some oak buttons and place them on each of the beam faces. And this is going to add a little bit of depth and make the build pop a bit more. Alright, great work guys. Now we're going to get on and finish off the second floor foundations by filling in the beams. Now remember, on this little out section here, the beam needs to be 1 block lower, and that's because the roof is going to be a little bit lower than the rest of the roof. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and fill in all of the lower section of the second floor wall with some oak planks. Now for this step, I'm going to teach you how to decorate the second floor walls, so make sure to follow this very carefully. Now we're just going to go ahead and fill in all of the rest of the walls with the same style. And you can just skip this wall for now because we're going to do something different with it a bit later. Lovely, now we're going to get on with the roof, and we're just going to build this small section here on both sides of the wall, and this is going to support the roof. Now this bit's a little bit different. We're just going to knock these 2 logs out and chuck an oak block at the top, and that will be done for now. Lovely, now we're going to make the A-frame for the roof, just using some spruce wood stairs. So now if you just go ahead and copy how I've done this A-frame, and then we're just going to copy the exact same one onto the other side. So this A-frame is going to be a little bit different. We're going to build it up the same way, but when we get to the top, we're going to use an upside down stair. So there we go, we'll put an upside down stair there. And then we're going to put a slab on top of it. And that finishes off that A-frame. So now we're just going to make the outline for the roof, and we're just going to use some more spruce wood stairs for this. Make sure to place this stair so the wood is exposed. Okay, great. Now once we've built the frames, we're just going to fill in all of the rest of the roof with oak wood stairs. The roof is probably the hardest part of the build to actually create, so I just suggest following this very carefully. Once we get to the top layer of the roof, we're just going to fill it in with some more spruce wood stairs. And now once we've done that, the smaller frame is going to be linked up to the larger roof, just like this. So after you're done with this, you just want to make sure your roof is looking just like this one. So feel free to pause on any section. Brilliant. So now that's done, we're just going to finish off the poles supporting the roof with some spruce wood fences. So why not finish up the doorway with just a couple spruce wood fences with some lanterns on to add some light. Moving around to the back, we're going to finish off those walls with a chimney and fireplace. Now you can always decorate this with the cracked stone bricks if you want to, or you can just leave it simple if you like. And after we've done that, we're just going to pop some flower pots on top to make the little chimneys. So now we're done with the exterior of the building. Let's head on inside and start on the interior. So let's just knock out the floor, ready to fill it in with some flooring. So we're just going to fill in some log cross beams for the bottom of the floor to add a bit of detail. And then we're just going to fill in the rest of the gaps with spruce wood planks. So now in the ceiling, we're just going to fill in 2 cross beams. Now let's just put some upside down spruce stairs to create some arches. And now let's chuck some spruce wood stairs into the ceiling. And make sure to leave these 2 gaps in the roof because we're going to fill them in with some slabs. So leave these 2 gaps like so, and then just fill them in. And that's our lower floor ceiling completed. Right, now I just grab a lantern to put some light down here so we can actually see. And now we're going to move on to making the stairway up to the 2nd floor. So we're just going to build an oak pole going all the way up to the very top of the roof, and this is what's going to support our stairway. So now we're just going to start on the left side using slabs to build a gradual stairway coming around this pole. And that gap is going to be used for some stairs. And on the very last one, we're just going to use a spruce wood stair. Now throw an upside down spruce wood stair off of that with a slab underneath, and this is what's going to hold our railing in a minute. So now for a simple railing, we're just going to use some spruce wood fences. So now moving back down, we're going to fill in that gap with the stairs like I said. Now we're going to build like a small supporting beam, I guess. Pretty random, but you can do this if you want to. Just chuck a button on there and put some more fences to hold it up. That's optional though. Now that we're going to fill in the ceiling the same way we did with the lower floor. Just grab those spruce wood stairs again and create an archway there. We're not going to make an archway here, we're actually going to make a wall, and this is going to be a separate room. Let's quickly throw some light up here, and let's build this wall real quick. just 2 oak blocks. And we're going to grab these stairs and create this little sort of archway, and then just very simply put them on the top with some spruce wood trapdoors. And that will do for that. So now we're going to do the ceiling the same way we did with the lower floor. Just surrounding these gaps with stairs and leaving that 2-way gap. Alright, so now we're going to fill those gaps in again, just like we did with the downstairs ceiling. So now to finish off the last section of the roof, we're just going to fill in these open sections with some spruce wood stairs in a circular shape around the pole. So now we're going to move on and start on the fireplace. So make sure to grab some polished andesite for this, a couple furnaces and some campfires, and then we're just going to put these stone bricks in a sort of frame shape. Now we actually want to chuck some upside down stone bricks facing inwards of the house, just like you can see here, and this is going to kind of act as like the opening for the fireplace where all the smoke is going up into the top of the chimney. Cool, so once we're done with that, we're going to put some furnaces at the bottom of the fireplace, and then just fill this in with some polished andesite and some slabs so we can actually access the furnaces. So now we're going to put our 2 campfires right above there, and some trapdoors as well. So now to create the shape for the fireplace, just put these polished andesite stairs just like so, and then we're going to face inwards to build this as an archway, or as the fire mantle for the fireplace. Alright guys, so now that we're done with this, we're basically finished with the exterior and most of the important interior of the house. Now you guys can go around and decorate the outside however you want to. And then for our interior, I mean, this is completely up to you because obviously everybody's going to do it differently. But I'll show you how I decorated my one. So you can decorate above the fire mantle there using flower pots. I like to use green wool on the flooring because I think it works really well with the colour of the walls and everything else. And just some simple black beds. And these here are like, I guess, drawers for the sides of the beds. And they're really simple to do. Yeah, just decorate it however you want to, guys. Use a lot of colour. Make sure to use, you know, like the yellows, greens, reds, the sorts of colours that are going to go well with this house. So then guys, with all that being said, I just want to say thank you for watching the video. I hope your building turned out well, and I hope you take away some information from this, you know, how to build better, or, you know, maybe you learned something from this video. That would be great. And, you know, just make sure, guys, because it really helps me out, make sure to like the video, comment telling me if I did good, if I did bad, what I could improve on, because that's really going to help me too. And also make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification, because I am going to be uploading many more videos in the future. So that will conclude today's video, so I will see you guys next time.